Hello, how are you doing?
I'm
Welcome
wondering.
to, I never get this right, but let's try it. Cash, Abundance, and Prosperity Summit is like a weird name for a summit, but for some weird reason it works. Hello, how are you doing? The way that we connect is so beautiful and cool. I love that you have pink hair, and I had pink hair exactly at the same time. But we're both just saying that we love to bring the magic of the others to fruition, or to the vision of, how do you say this? My English today. Please tell us, let's start. Who are you? What you do? What is the name of this talk? What is the title of this talk? And then we can even talk about chickens and cats, but that is another story.
We could talk about hair. Should we just talk about hair?
Yes.
No. Thanks so much for having me. Yeah, my name is Haley Freya Wilson, and I am a channel. I'm a professional channel and quantum healer, and I teach the same. And so, like we said, what I love to do is extract the genius from people. What makes them unique, what is their soul currency. And these are some of my own terms, and we can talk about that later. But like, what makes you completely unique and different, and what did you come to be in as a human on planet Earth right here, right now, because you came for a reason, and it was to give, right? And that's why I call it your soul currency. It's your soul currency because it's my downloaded belief that we are all sacred portals to really specific universes that are hosted by our soul. And those universes hold specific frequencies, information, blueprints, and codes that we can download in order to bring something to Earth right now. And so it's a currency because it's an electrical current. It's currency because it's what you are offering to give. And it's a currency because you are receiving your financial abundance through those gifts. And so that's why I love to help people open their own channels, because new information is vital. It's right, it's what you came to deliver. But and also, like, on a personal note, it's I want to see what's different and unique about you, because I don't want you to give me information that you've gotten from someone else. I want new information. I'm a very curious human being, and so on a selfish note, I want you to open your channel so that I can peer into your universe to receive more information.
That sounds I I was saying to you, and if someone is watching the evergreen of this, they are fed up of this story. So, yeah, I had an accident, I had a brain injury, and I received a message. Then I should this summit. I went and I did shift my business 100, not 180 degrees. I put out there what they call the craziest, like crazy offer, and offer like insane. But I have people on my dragons texting me if I was okay with my head. Like really, it's honest. But you know why I'm saying all of this BS? I'm saying all of this because I really just did ask one thing. I had no guidance, no blueprint, no other coach, no nothing to follow. I just had a calling, and I asked God, universe, whatever you want to call it, to bring me people who expand me and bring me other perspectives, not only to me, but to, and I'm listening to you, and I get goosebumps because I really deeply believe in special. Since I moved to Mexico, then I started connecting with it. I feel you have an explanation of that. It's not my. I feel so. I feel this sounds. If I was listening to this 2 years ago, I said, I feel that I have a voice who talks with, when you are in a mushroom trip, like, I don't know that you ever did, but I, like, when you are in a trip, when you are in a trip like that, then you listen, something guides you. You have like a guide. This summit was that. And I know we are going to do amazing thing in front. I know it. And abundance is, for me, very interesting. Then you are talking about the channels, and I want to know more about that. Because I am that kind of people, and especially after my accident, who tells you that if you are not successful in your own terms, enough is your own fault. Now, I'm very interested to know more about the channels and like, how did you arrive there? What is your story?
Oh boy. Okay. Well, so first of all, so the title of this talk is just channeling for abundance because
Mm,
that's what I felt was just so clean and so pure. I don't want to get so convoluted, right? And I will talk about why channeling brings abundance, but I mean, it's
mhm.
quite obvious. The crux of it is, right, when you channel your own information, right?
Mm.
And it turns out that I'm the world's foremost coach to help you download your own healing modality. I just learned that.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
That is such, you see why I love the drag, why I love what I do. Because to be honest, it, it's so tricky and so difficult to do that because many times they are so attached to an idea. And I would love to have you with me on the, yeah, I have you on the with me. It's like, go to her. Like, she will solve your problem. Like, it's the next one is finding your niche. That is another thing. But yeah, like really, I have a beautiful dragon that I work, and then there is a man, and he came as a business coaching. And each time he was with me, working with me, he was working one-on-one. He was working with me. He was talking about his wife and his kids and his stepkids, and he was talking with so much love. Then one day I was like, why are you even doing business coaching? You are a relationship coach. Like you are all love. And he was like, oh no, I never did think about that. So explain me, okay, imagine then, like what I'm having right now. I know Morocco. I know who I want to serve. I know I want to serve people. That is an issue, but I know I want to serve people who are going to serve other people because I want the ripple effect. But it's abundance as well. But how do you? So what is the process? Do you feel it? It's in your skin. Is it download? How it is?
Sure. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. You can
Let's
use me
talk
as
about.
you can use me as a guinea pig as well if you want. Not a guinea pig, but I mean in a good way.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do I have permission to read your
Yes,
energy?
yes.
Thank you. Because I would never, ever, and this is, I get this all the time when people realize what I do. They're like, oh, you're going to read everything and know everything. And I'm like, I
No,
don't
no. I
want
have been totally naked, meaning my soul, because I did Playboy. I was a joke about this on this summit, but in many of these talks, I did undress all my fears and all the things that I was scared and people find out, and was holding my space. So 100%. 100%. I bring on. I'm there.
So you're an open book. That's fantastic. But I
Mhm.
want to I want to just let everyone know, right, for those who are listening, that I would never, ever, ever read anyone's energy without permission because A, it's unethical. B, I don't want to know, right? And C, I have the skills and I've healed. And here's the thing, is that I've healed myself enough to know how to open and close my channel at will. Right, so
Oh,
empaths, for example, are wide open, like when they're wounded, empaths are wide open channels. They're receiving
mm,
information from
mm,
everyone and everything in there. And I have a lot of, I'm actually writing a book about some theories I have about how empaths and how they bend time. That's another topic. We're talking about channel. And so for me, I have the ability to open my channel for a specific reason and or purpose, and for a specific purpose,
mhm,
person, and then close
mhm,
that down. So I have the ability to speak to my higher selves, my parallel selves, my past lives on this planet and on lots of other different planets. So I speak to angels and ancestors and gods and goddesses and aliens. Particularly, I'm more of a galactic person. I like to speak
I love
to
it.
aliens more than anything. Elementals as well. I also can channel, like a water bottle. I can channel a plant, an animal. I can channel the elements themselves. Really, really, once you start to understand the different frequencies and the different information, right, where the information is coming from, then you can really access anything and anyone. That's right. And so and then I get to channel other people's inner children. So like every aspect of self from this timeline and this present lifetime, and
Mm.
all their parallel lifetimes and past lifetimes again on this planet, but particularly other planets. That's why
Very,
I
very
like going there.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shut up.
No, that's fine. So, do you have a specific question? Because there are a few of your parallel selves coming, and so, when we go into the quantum, past and present and future don't really make so much sense because time isn't linear in the quantum anymore, right? Uh,
Mhm.
Time is linear here in the third dimension, but when we go into the non-physical dimensions, everything's happening at once, and so I get to access that. So who's coming forward for you is first of all Pleiadians, and then we've got some Arcturians and some Andromedans coming as well. We've got some Atlanteans here as well. Interesting. Do you want so what I'm doing here is I'm receiving information from different sources, right? And so this is how I'm tuning into them, and how I do it is that I open a portal. I open a sacred portal in my crown, and so that I receive information as visuals. I feel, and so I feel frequency, I get visuals, and I also, receive through clear cognizance knowledge implanted into me. I receive information through sacred geometry. I see energy as geometry, conscious living geometry. And so sometimes when I'm working with a download, I'm able to like put that and embody it into a portal, so like into a heart portal or into my third eye, to download the information that's stored within that geometry. And so that's does that make sense?
100%. Of course, it makes sense. At the same time, I have a huge respect because like growing like I just dropped the story of the mushroom trips and you were looking to me, and I never like my trip to myself more conscious, even though I grew up in Africa and very connected with nature. After my mom dying, I totally disconnected and I was scared of my abilities of manifesting, let's put it like that. And so I was totally disconnected until I came to Mexico, where I fell in love for someone who introduced me to every single thing that you are talking about. If he was here with me right now, he was saying, you see, like, and it has been a trip. And literally, when I was in one of my mushroom trips, I saw sacred geometry for the first time in a full domo. And my last trip was kind of accidental. I did eat too much of the chocolate and I had an astral trip. And one of the things I downloaded was when they told me that many times I was sad because I was not from here and I was missing home. So I don't think I ever said this to anyone else. It's just so, the more I get on this world, the more I love to be flexible and combine the two worlds between the 3D and the cash on your bank account versus the potential, because it's so much to learn. And the more you expand, I think it's always the horror of you are going to lose your mind. That is kind of what society in special Catholic countries raise you with. Don't go that direction because you'll get crazy. Like don't take mushrooms or LSD. That's another story. So I'm very, very, very grateful to be on this talk with you right now.
Me
Just
too.
like,
Let me just see. There's a lot of things that want to be said right now that want to come through for you, but I'm also channeling your audience. So through time and space. And so there's a lot of information that they want me to say to them as well. So this is a very multidimensional conversation. And so yeah, the third dimension is mistakenly poo-pooed by people who, you know, we want to be ascended into the fifth dimension and we want to go up to the 12th dimension. But here's the thing about opening your channel, right? Is that you bring that frequency down into the third dimension, and that's how you manifest, right? You don't manifest from the 12th. You don't manifest in your mind. It's your body that vibrates at the frequency of bliss. It's like bliss state is not a mind state. It's a state of being.
it's as hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always, a few weeks ago, before I did this summit, someone told me this is the best thing that you can do. Someone told me, you will never be able to do it. You will never reach the money goals that you are putting there, in special with low ticket offers. Yeah. And I said, so watch me. And I was with it's just a certain feeling. You have a certain, you know, inside of, at least it's how I remember each time I manifest. I know it's going to happen. I know it deeply down in my bones. And sometimes, and this is really weird, sometimes, not loads of times, like 1 or 2 times in my life, I met someone. I was not looking for a relationship. I was running to the other direction, and I knew it deeply that I was going to be with that person for a long time. And I could not make sense. It was not what I was looking for. Exactly the opposite. And I was so sure that was even ridiculous. I always journal, and I was like, how do you dare? And now finally you are free. You are single. You are happy. Why on the first swipe right? On the first time you download the dating app. What the hell is wrong with you?
But you had the deep knowing. Yeah.
And you sometimes you think you are totally insane. At least if you think about the society, then races. But I just didn't want to drop that. Bring on the message. I'm just here excited to talk with you.
Totally. And like I said, there's a lot of different directions this conversation can go from this point. The first thing is that you're not, so here's to everyone listening, you're not crazy. Okay. I know that's what, and every single person that sits in front of me for the first time says, you're going to think I'm crazy, but, and then they tell this story. And then I'm like, so for example, this woman, bless her heart, was like, I was sitting on the couch and I was eating. And then all of a sudden I left my body and I was looking at myself eating on the couch. Right. And she preambled this with, you're going to think I'm crazy. And then I'm like, then what happened? Because I thought there was more to the story, because that's just so normal to me. But to her, that was like, she's going to put me in a mental institution. And I'm like,
that did happen to me with my accident. That did happen to me with my accident. And then something really weird happened to me last week. So my accident was 7 weeks ago. And I was feeling like a lot of energy trapped in my body, but I could not really work it. So I went to a healer, then I know here, Mexican healer, don't speak English, like I speak Spanish, and I knew she was the person to go. It's not a beautiful spot. So I knew I didn't need to go there. And as soon as she touched me, so I just told her, then I did not told her about the accident. I told her then I did have something and I did hurt my head, and I have like 22. Oh, and I have a Star of David in my head. Don't ask me, like that is another weird story of. And she touched me, and she tells me, they did give you. I'm going to get goosebumps right now. They did give you a last opportunity for you to do your mission. And when she said they did give you, I did start crying. Why? Because when I did not have that bliss experience of going out of your body and feel the light and go, no, it was pure sadness. And I had these chats. I found someone up there, left and right, I don't know where. They were chatting and having kind of an argument if it was my time to go, of no, she needs to return. And so when she tells, eles te dieron, they did give to you, look, I'm not Catholic. I don't like, I said, okay, I need to have my shit together because yes, I need to put my mission. I need to stop playing small and being so scared of and so focused on my pain and my problems and my traumas, and really do what I'm good at and really go and help the rest of the people and having these conversations.
So I can tell you who they were if you'd like.
Oh, yes, please.
Awesome. So the first of they are your multidimensional versions of self.
Okay.
They are your other aspects, like I was saying. You know, we have these parallel lives that we are living, okay? One of them is Atlantean. Because, okay, I'm going to tell you who you were in Atlantis. Would you like that?
Bring on. Of course, I want each word that is coming out of your mouth. Like, come on.
Okay, so they're showing me that you were a priestess in Atlantis. Okay. And you were very powerful, and you were corrupted a little bit by that power.
Okay.
Yeah. So you did some things that maybe weren't so ethical. You did some things that you knew weren't in people's highest goods, but you were going to get more acclaim, more power from doing these things. And so you knew it wasn't right. It wasn't anything like catastrophic, but it was just it rubbed, right? And so there's a version of yourself who feels like she failed in that lifetime. She failed her mission because she had a big, powerful mission. And obviously, I mean, Atlantis went underneath the sea for lots of reasons, right? And some of the reasons were that powerful people, and I'll tell you who I was in Atlantis in a second, right? Powerful people abused their powers and didn't fulfill the mission and express the frequency of their soul in a pure way, yeah? Which is right. Now we're putting all the pieces together. I was recently approached by someone who remembers me personally torturing and enslaving them, stealing their gifts for my own supremacy. And I knew very well that I was not a very nice person in Atlantis. I was actually quite a higher up who did some very catastrophic things. Actually, I was a tyrant, and I enslaved and I tortured and I stole gifts, which is interesting now that I am a prominent coach to help you download your own gifts. Yeah, just saying. So back to you.
It's so interesting. Good time.
Yeah. So one of they is this Atlantean version of self who carries the guilt and the shame of what she did. Yeah. And she also doesn't want you to fail your mission, which is why she was having this conversation with another aspect of self. Right? Saying, well, is she really going to fulfill her mission? Is she going to take, is her power going to take over her and consume her like it did with me? I'm worried for her. I'm scared for her. Right? And so another aspect of self who's actually hiding himself, it's a himself right now, but he'll come forward in a second. They were having a conversation and he was saying, no, she's not going to do that. So he was comforting her. So now we're in a three-way conversation with different parallel versions of self, right? So we have a really wounded version of self who failed her mission and she feels guilt and shame. A really empowered version of self, and they're saying, Archangel Michael, this is what they're saying no, she's not going to do that this time. She's going to be okay. She's going to do it. She's going to succeed. And so they were having a conversation that you were privy to do we give her another chance to fulfill her mission? And then so Archangel Michael comforted your wounded Atlantean self so much that she was like, okay, let's do it.
You're making me cry. I need to stop crying on this summit. Um, one thing is crying about trauma, grieving, and other things, and we have been talking here. And you are talking now, and you can tell whatever it's my brain trying to explain, but was exactly a conversation between a woman and a man. And it's very interesting. Then I became famous when I did want to become famous in Portugal, and then I regret my fame, really. And then I am a person who are obsessed. I did wrong things in my business, and I did wrong things, and I did wrong things a few times. Like, it's not perfect and clean, but I'm always almost so much by the book. Like, I don't like to fail. If I tell you I'm in this hour, and it's very interesting because in Tulum, when I was before my accident, I went through hell for 2 months because I moved to a condo. Then in 30 days, 20 had no electricity, and you never did know when it was not. So I was failing my people. That did give me a level of frustration. And what you were saying is, I never, even when I was super famous 20 years ago, I never allowed my ego to control. And I always want to respect everyone, whatever is your position in the world, whatever you are cleaning the floor, or whatever you are the president of the country, or whatever. So it's very interesting then you are saying that, because I always did think it was about, I was scared of what my family could say about me on social media, or people did not like me could say, or people then did not went well with. And now, if we expand and open what else is possible, that is interesting.
Exactly. And so these past life woundings can express in the present life in different ways, like a fear of failure. I have to do everything by the book. But also, like, this fear of how people are going to judge me it's because you are judging yourself from what you did back then, right? And so where do we go from here? What we can do together, and we can do it live on the summit if you wish, but we can go back and have a conversation with her to send her compassion and heal her wounding so that she stops projecting out this fear of failure and fear of judgment. And so that's the power of these past life channels that we can do, because we can pull out these, these roots of these blocks and change the physical manifestation, right? Because if I'm no longer now afraid of failing, if I'm no longer now afraid of the corruption of the power or having money or, you're stealing people's gifts, and I've been able to and had the chance to heal. And so Atlantis wasn't the first time that I've enslaved and tortured races of beings. I've watched planets explode and had a hand in that. And so I've been able to go back and heal that, and so I'm not manifesting that in this lifetime.
Wow. How did you download that information?
So yeah, this information is downloaded through me and by me. I so I'll tell you just a really quick kind of synopsis of my life. I was born tapped in. I could see multiple timelines at once. I could see people's ancestors. I saw unicorns like you saw your horses. I could have conversations with bumblebees and I'd hear them talk back, and I just thought that was normal, right? To my parents, I was just a very eccentric outgoing little kid. Right? And until I realized that wasn't normal, right? And then, so I have been through the mental health washing machine, as I call it, right? I have every mental illness diagnosis that there is, like multiple personalities, bipolar, borderline, right? I've got all these things because, like we were saying about, the society is going to call us crazy for accessing this information. That's definitely what happened to me. And so I then, and I didn't know it then, but I made it my mission to understand because I was felt so deeply wrong within myself. Like I hated myself with a passion that was just so, I felt disgusting and putrid in this flesh body. And so I made it my mission to really explore what this reality and why I've been presented with it when it goes against everything that I know, right? And so I have a master's in genetic engineering.
I was not expecting that. Okay.
Yeah, I've studied quantum physics at a university level. I've also traveled the world for 10 years completely by myself, visiting like gurus and medicine people and shamans in tiny little villages in Indonesia and India, and in, like, you know, in the big, like Paris and London. I've learned and learned, and that's why I said at the start of this, I'm a very curious human.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And so from all of this learning and this lifetime of learning, it culminated when I landed here. I'm currently in a really small town near the border of Alaska on the Canadian side. So
That you did not say that, but I did know that. And where you have cats and eat chickens, that is another story. Okay.
and so I'm actually, so this is my child. My child is 7, and this is his house, and so I get to be here when it's my turn to have Wolf is his name. Hello, Wolf. I get to be in his house, and so this is, you know, this is his house. But it was a projection of the hate that I've had for myself and for humanity and the earth and the third dimension. That has been what has propelled me forward. And so there's some trigger warnings here. I found myself homeless on the streets, you know, injecting drugs into my arm. I've suffered eating disorders and sexual abuse in an attempt to destroy myself because I felt such a loathing, right? But it is that has also helped me propel me forward. And it's the isolation that I felt within myself that I was projecting out. And I have lived on the most remote islands in the world. I spent a month living in a hammock in the jungles of the Andaman Islands with a bag of rice and a hammock. And that's, I was trying to isolate myself. So all of that to say, I found myself here in Smithers, which is this tiny little mountain town in the middle of nowhere. It's dark, it is cold, and I do not like it. That was the projection, right? Of how I felt within myself. Cold, dark, hate it. Isolated, right? And so having my son wasn't an intended, but it was soul contracted between us, right? Because it was him that held me here, that made me face all of this, put all of these puzzle pieces together. And when that happened, channel open, baby. And I remembered everything that I was and that I am, and I was able to receive information again. So yeah, it's been a lifelong. I'm 42, so it's been a lifelong.
I'm 42.
Hey, nice, high five.
High five. No, wait. I'm going to be 43 next month. I'm listening to you, and this is something I said thousands of times during this talk. I feel so blessed to see you because I have been living this life of I have this partner who are so into all of these things, and I never did care about anything of that, not even fifth dimension. That was a new thing for me. And he brought me to all of this. And I really believe that we can mix these two worlds and learn so much. if we are a little bit more flexible. So I cannot wait to let him listen to our recordings. But you have more message for me. I'm curious to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So yeah, like you said, the melding of it's there's so many meldings. Meldings, what a word. So yeah, it's bringing those higher dimensional frequencies down into third dimension to manifest, right? And that's what channeling for abundance is.
Bring
It's
on.
not
Yeah,
right?
let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's bring
Yeah.
it back to the topic.
Yeah. Details. Yes.
Channeling is fun. It sure is, right? But and I'm a very purpose driven human, right? And so great, what are you channeling for and what's your purpose? Like why? Right?
Mhm.
So let's use that. Okay, and when you channel and download your own modalities, your own teachings, right, from your unique universe, bringing those codes and all of that new information down, what happens, right, when you create offers and your business is that you stand the F out from the crowd,
Mhm.
right? Because you are the OG, right? I don't want to learn Reiki from someone who's learned it 2000th hand that they've, you know what I mean? Like, I want to learn from an OG. I want to learn from Joe Dispenza himself, not from someone. And there's no judgment here, but I don't want this. I don't want
Space
to learn from
behind the space. Yeah, I love Joe. Yeah, the
I
Dr.
love
Joe.
Joe,
Yeah,
but I want
yeah.
to learn from Joe. I don't want to learn from someone who's read one of his books and is now teaching his teachings,
I get you.
right? Because it's not the frequency's not
But
aligned.
if you think about what we are talking in off when I was like calibrating this talk, this is exactly what you were saying, is exactly what is going on with me. I was going through a path, then I did think was going to work, and then I felt, can we use these alignments? I was like, what the fuck I'm doing? This is not my mission. But I was not aware of that. And because you don't have a blueprint and you have no clue what you are doing. So you need to be very brave to have someone or have someone as you, right? Or have you in my life to be very brave to trust. Because sometimes you say, what I'm doing, what the fuck I'm doing.
Exactly. So that's why I'm unique, because I'm helping people download their own unique modalities and to access their own unique, universes. And so by standing out from the crowd, that's what because people want more now. Yeah,
Oh
people are pretty
yeah.
savvy now.
Yeah.
They don't just and I love Reiki. I was a Reiki master when I was 17, 25 years ago.
I
Do
see
you
the
know what
course online. I can do it like here.
I mean? Yeah. Okay, so and I love Reiki. But people don't just want Reiki now. They want channeling, and they want coaching, and they want like quantum healing, and they want sound healing. They want mentorship. They want a lot. And so like and so by giving them what they want, and by standing out from the crowd, that's how you magnetize more people into your business, and that means more abundance, right?
And
It's
I really feel, okay, just info here. I really feel I'm going to mix both worlds. I really feel then the world is changing. Sounds very cheesy. The world is changing, the market is changing, and the people on the markets are showing up. And it's like it's cleaning up the shitty cookie cutter system, and are coming the weird ones is us who do things differently, and in a certain weird way, probably. And I'm going to tell you, like, of course, I'm introduced to your world. It's not the first time I listen about Atlantis or the Arcturians, or even though I never put myself on that position. But with certain things about the way that you told, then it resonates so much with me that it's a, oh shit, so wait a second, maybe my problem is not my kids, maybe my problem is the shit that I did in Atlantis, and now I'm scared of paying the price right now on this time lifetime, right? So talking about the victim, yes. So he's going to love what you were saying. I have a question for you since I saw my victim passing here. When you talk about, do you connect with any Urman or any Feline kind of, do you have a lot of people believe in other planets and other dimensions, and a lot of connected with cats and whatever? How do you call Urma? How do you call them?
Are you talking about the Lyrans, the
Yes,
feline Lyrans?
yes.
So what's your specific question?
No, I'm just like trying to, because it's like the main question is, and what if, right? Like, what if it's not only not only you are suffering for your trauma and your sexual, your abuse or whatever, my story as well, and leaving your kids and whatever, my story, and abusive relationships and blah, blah, blah. But as well, that you are making yourself pay for what you did before.
100,000%. That's my whole shtick. Everything that is happening in your life right now is a consequence of what happened on a different planet.
Because if I think about my life, I'll say, God damn it, I used to call the dragons, I used to call Phoenix warriors, because I could, and you for sure as well, write we have the same age, I could write 300 books with different stories of how I put myself in situations, and I could go out majority of them, but with a lot of pain. How I was that warrior who went to the fights to win many times for others, not even my, like, why I was always feeling unworthy. And that is a big one. And I will say that is a big one in all this saying of abundance. Like, I really feel that in my lifetime, I had amazing, cool things that I did, like rock star style, like achievements. But I went through quite some stuff.
So I did get a hit, if you'd like
Okay.
to, if you'd like to hear it.
Yeah, bring on.
So, the Lyrans are actually the first galactic beings that I ever connected with, the feline Lyrans. And they lost their planet because it was exploded.
Okay.
And so this deep longing for home is because your home doesn't exist anymore. You watched it be destroyed on purpose by people like me. Sorry about
That makes a dark joke between. It sounds like, it really sounds. I never did put myself thinking about that in any moment. My dear partner always asked me, half joking, so tell me, where are you coming from? Because you are not from this planet. And I was like, what the hell are you saying? No clue what he's talking. What are you saying? And I always like, stop asking me, what is the problem? I'm here right now. Like I must, because I, no clue, did not want to go there. And with the mushroom trip that I had, and it was on the beach, and I eat half of the chocolate. We were hungry. That is the story. We did not count the number. And I had mushroom trips before. It was ha 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 ha, and there it took me out of my avatar, and I saw all the dimensions, and I saw something really weird. I was static sounds, and as well, I remember I don't know was there, but I remember I was saying, how can I go back to my human avatar and live my life now and suffering with the dumb, stupid problems they have?
That's been my life's journey,
But
right?
was when I realized this is great. This is just have two options for us too. I give us loads of clients or nobody will book us anymore. But there was when someone show me a star and told me you are sad so many times because it was there that you came from. So not necessarily like, I don't know if you point to the sky. And I never did went deep on this conversation. It was some months ago. But yeah.
Here's the thing, right? Yes, you're Lyran, you're Syrian, you're Mintakan, you're Andromedan, you're all of these beings because you're living life simultaneously, yeah?
Mhm.
That's what simultaneous coexistence, and that's one of my own terms, is,
Mhm.
right? And I get asked a lot of time, like, what kind of star seed am I? I don't like this question because
Oh, I don't even call myself a starseed, but okay.
the thing is that our souls all originate from very unique stars. It's what I said at the very beginning. We are the portal to
Mhm.
unique information. When I'm not a Lyran, like, yeah, I'm a Lyran too, by the way. But I'm also lots of other beings. And each of our souls was born in a very separate star.
Mhm.
And so, right, that's all I want to say.
Why do we, why some people, I don't know if everyone can have these downloads of information, like for you, I understand, but for me, certain moments, certain things was so clear for me. For example, it was so clear for me that I was going to live in Amsterdam when I was a kid and I never did went there. It was so clear that I was going to live in Madrid, for example. When I met my partner and I swiped right and it was the first swipe right and we match and we run different directions and I keep like, how can I say this to someone? Thank God. He understands me after few times, but like you know it, you have that knowing inside of you. Is there everyone, or I don't want to feel special, is not that my intention. My intention is, or is just someone where some of us are more open to wonder.
So it's in my experience, I've never met someone whose channel I couldn't open.
Okay.
So, and that's what I do, right? I open people's channels.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what you're talking about is these intuitive hits, because
Mm-hmm.
these are big lifetime decisions.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm talking about is the minute information that's coming at us at all moments of every moment of every day, right? All the information, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because you have these big intuitive hits, what we can do, and this is what I do for other people, is like we can go into that mechanism, the quantum mechanism. How are you receiving those hits?
Mm-hmm.
And then expand, refine so that you can do it again and again and receive more minute information rather than the big, right? The big chunks.
That is really interesting because I am for sure doing something around that, because each time more and more it tells me when I need to go out of a place, when I need to move to a different city. I'm on this quest of finding my place and I keep moving city, and I'm keeping getting crazy, like why? But it's really interesting. And I'm so, and we are talking and I'm like taking, I could be hours talking with you, but what I want is for the people who are listening to us right now, and even though they are not 100% sure what they are thinking, but they feel it, what can you do for them?
Mm-hmm. Sure. So what we do first of all, what we do is a technique. So, like you said, I'm going to take them through to connect in with multidimensional versions of self. And this is for two reasons, because I'm a multidimensional person and I don't want to waste time, right? So number one, we can heal something really immediately. And number two, I get to witness how they're doing it, how they access it, right? So I get to kind of be in third person, so I can be the healer and the observer at the same time to see how they're
I
doing it
love
in
to
the.
be observer. Yeah.
And then three, I put their awareness on what they're doing so that they can start to understand how they are channeling. Because when I take them in to communicate with, so like your Atlantean self, for example, if we did this together, I would take you in, I'd take you back to Atlantis, because I can take people astral traveling too, right? And so, and then you'd have a conversation, you'd heal this thing. So in this one session, we would heal this lifetime.
How can I heal that? Okay, the sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, let me finish and then we
Okay,
can
go.
right? So we're going to heal this thing. I'm going to observe how you're channeling, and I'm going to show you how you're channeling. So that's the first thing.
Okay.
So, and then you're going to go and practice it. Holy shit. I'm actually receiving a lot more information than I thought that I was, right? And then the next time we meet, we refine the process and we remove distortions that are distorting and blocking that information from being received. And that is inner child wounding, that's programming about, like if you're crazy, if people see me doing this, I'm going to be put in a mental institution. And that's past life too, because back in the day, I mean, we were witch wound, right? We were burned, we were buried, we were stabbed, we were tortured, we were raped, we were drowned, we were done all these things to us for showing our authentic self and our unique gifts. And I mean, not that long ago, if you, as a man, if you didn't like your wife, you could just stick her in the mental institution. The amount of times that I've healed that wound from people is quite astonishing. And so you could just leave her there. She'd rot. Anyway. So the next step is to refine how we're doing it and then let go of the fear, remove the distortion so that you and regulate the nervous system so that you can access the higher information, right? So that you can receive the higher frequency information. Does that make sense?
100%. And my question doesn't make sense anymore. And let me explain why. I was going to ask, how can we heal the bit between two? But you know what? I really think then people lose a lot of time trying to figure out how and why, and just not going with the flow and what makes sense. And my intuition is jumping out of my whatever is, because I was having a conversation this morning, and I swear to you, we are asking for, I have some people on my dragons, then I work with, but they work with me, where I allowed myself to be vulnerable and I allowed myself, we heal each other. And I'm lucky because I have, in the dragons, and the more you will spend time with the dragons, you have these very cool, badass, cool people there. And I'm creating nothing. I'm putting together these amazing people. And we're talking about, and was missing someone for my partner who was able to have this kind of conscience. Then majority of people will tell you, oh yeah, your trauma, your child, what is respectful and something important. But he understands the language. He lives in a conscience. And sometimes I think he's out of control, but probably you have something to get and unlock than normal healers and people will not be able to. And that is very connected with this abundance as well. And that is very connected many times with depression and feeling unworthy. Absolutely. And he's constantly, and he was the one who, if it was not him, this summit was not happening. Because if not him, I was still coaching social media, how to grow your Facebook and your Instagram account. I was never going to try to heal myself and understand better what I have going on with me. So what I'm saying with all of this is, I think my intuition, my channel is really bringing me the coolest people ever. Now I can see, but I want you to explain to me, like, people go to you for what? To heal or to manifest? What is the main thing?
Yeah. Let's just see. I mean, what's the difference? So I'm not a healer anymore. I really don't do a lot of healing anymore.
Mhm.
I open those channels. I open people's channels and I teach them to be quantum healers so that they can be very, very unique and to bring all that down. But I've already explained that. Okay. And
Mhm.
so the people who come to me just know that they do things different, right? So for example, I work with a lot of Reiki practitioners
Mhm.
who stopped doing the signs and they don't do the hand placements
No,
anymore,
no, we cannot do. Yeah, sorry.
right? They already know they're starting to get downloads. They're starting to realize that they're actually actively doing something, but they don't know what it is. They don't know what it is. They don't know if it's ethical to do it.
Mhm.
Right? They don't have anyone to bounce these ideas off, and they don't have
Mhm.
anyone to practice with. And that's what I
Mhm.
provide, right? I actually, like I said, I provide a group of people so that you can come in and practice your modality so that you can search
Yeah,
for it.
create your own thing.
Yeah.
It's not this thing, it's like that piece of the world, that new modality can change so many lives, because people are looking for something then brings the bell, resonates with them, and not what everyone else is doing. We are done with that. We went through all the last 3 years, listened to everything and copying, pasting, and doing everything. And now we are start each time more and more realizing that what is working for A doesn't need to work for B. So I need to figure out what I'm good at and bring that to fruition.
And so on a personal level, right? So yeah, obviously channeling is good for your clients, 100%. But what's good for you is knowing the feeling, and you can feel my frequency if you choose to right now, of knowing who you are, what it is your purpose is, why you're here, and what your unique voice is, so that you can come. And I didn't know what we were going to talk about today.
I know our connection is the weirdest thing ever. I even did need to go back to you to know if you did forgot me. Like it is,
Yeah.
but was is this? Let's not go in details. But is this then did happen between us? Then it feels. Maybe I will say this wrong. Maybe you'll say this. It's bigger than us. Then it's something then we don't control.
It's
Then
contracted for sure. Yeah. So I know that we're running out of time, so I want to get a
no,
couple.
we are not. This is the summit. We do whatever time we want. If someone wants to jump out of the quantum,
Well, no, I've got
I don't
clients
want.
after this. So like,
I will look at the selfish me. Okay. Okay. Okay.
so yes, it's good for your clients. Yes, it's good for your business, and yes, it's good for your abundance. But knowing who you are on a soul level and having access to that brings a level of peace and fulfillment that, and this is coming from someone who was very self-destructive, is what I want for everyone, right? More than anything else, right? Channel for yourself, because channeling is it is the cure to depression. How can you be depressed when you can channel the plant that's sitting in front of you? Do you know what I mean? You just see the world in a really different way. And sometimes, for some of us, the cause of depression is because we're told that the world exists in a way that we know in our fucking hearts it doesn't. So channeling helps you validate yourself, and you when you get to see the third dimension for what it is, it's not what we think, right? It's not what we're told. And so my last point is channeling is amazing because you get to offer, like you said at the very beginning, these insane offers. Some people thought that you were insane for offering working with the dragons, right? I literally get paid to take people astral traveling to different planets and star systems. And then I received a download. So the reason I do that is so that people can remember who they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I got a download. Well, why don't you do it for people? So now I get paid to put on their soul and travel through their soul journey for them, to bring back that information for them. So now I get to be Haley and client soul astral traveling together to bring that information back. And I get paid to channel with other people, to hold the field, to secure the field, to amplify the sacred geometry so that we manifest quicker, accelerated manifestation. Because if when two channels are channeling the same thing with intention, accelerated results. Because 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, it equals 11. Accelerate, right? Exponential growth when two people come together with the same intention. And here's the last thing. I get paid to take people's downloads. Sometimes people will have a download and they don't know what to do with it. So I will take that download as structure, sacred geometry. I will embody it. I will understand it, and I will feed it back to that person so that person can understand what that download means, right? These are some of the insane offers that I get paid to do. And so I say this because channeling is abundant, because you get paid to be fucking weird, right? And that's who is attracted to me. They know they're here to do things differently. Yes, Joe Dispenza and and Reiki are great because these are the examples that I've used. I fucking love those things. They're great tools, right? But let's get weird. Let's get truly authentic. Express your soul currency and get paid for that. And that's my message. And so if you want to work with me, it's you're here to do something different. You're tired of hearing all the same things again and again and again, and you know that there's something inside of you that wants to be birthed for a reason. I'm Haley Freya Wilson.
I love it. You are going to send me a link, I suppose, so people can jump in, connect with you or whatever. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I offer group programs, a range of group programs and one-on-one containers. And so I'd love to just drop my soul call link if you want to.
Yeah, I want all of that. I want all of that.
I mean, if you wanted to, and if you felt vulnerable enough and people wanted to know how I work, we could record a session that we do together where we connect in with that Atlantean version of self.
Oh, I'm down to that. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Let's be the bonus parts of this summit. So under your session, you will have a bonus part. Cool. We do that. Thank you so much. I'm going to say bye to you properly in a second. I suppose if you are watching this, then you are not expecting this was going on this direction. But expanding, my soul is happy and my body as well. Thank you so much, Mary, for this. Keep living your dream and make it happen. My name is Rita Valente. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Welcome to Cash. I always get this wrong. Cash Abundance Prosperity Summit, the Success Summit. And I have Stella here with me. We know each other for some time, and she's a badass. Stella is very inspirational. And if you are a woman over 40, I'll say 40, this is going to blow your mind. I basically chased Stella to be on this summit. And I'm so happy that she's here with us. Stella, tell us, a European friend, tell us, because I'm European as well, in case that nobody did realize that yet. Tell us who you are, what you do, where are you based, and the title of this talk, like, what are we bringing on?
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Rita, for this opportunity. I'm Stella. I'm from Europe, Hungary, and I am in menopause. So when my stories, when I started actually started in my 40, 45, I think, my menopausal years, and I was surprised because I had hot flashes and mood swings and that sneaky weight gain, you know. I didn't like it. I was just surprised. What are you doing here? So I didn't like it. Actually, my belly fat was really annoying me. And
I'm here. I'm listening to you. Yes, I'm having the same issue. Let's go. Keep going.
But everyone said to me, "Oh, you look good. You are in menopausal years. It's normal that you are gain weight." And doctor said the same. But I didn't want to accept that. So I thought if I try, maybe I can succeed with that. But I started my journey, but it wasn't successful because I started to run. And eat much calorie, but it's not good.
Okay, point one. Let me go back in what you were saying because we know each other. So let me explain something to the world. There is something what is going on in then people have certain types of expectation about the ends of the sexiness, the beautiness, the joy of a woman, right? For example, as well, I give birth to 5 kids, and everyone was always saying, "Oh, you look so nice. Oh, you look so okay. You have 5 kids." Like I have more 15 kilos than I had 2 years ago in this moment. I know this is not my weight. I know I have been in a bumpy road, but there is a certain thing that is about, oh no, you arrived to this time in your life. It's your end as a woman, as it, I mean, as it kind of won't put us away and aside on a closet, like, okay, you end, it's the end. Now you're going to be grandma or whatever. And what I want to bring on, and this is what you said. So they told you then was normal. I know it was normal to get weight when taking the antidepressives. I'm not taking anymore, so I'm happy with that. But it's normal of that. But between it's normal, it's so brave when we give a middle finger to the normal and say, I don't care what is normal. I'm going to design my own reality. And if it's something that I love about you, is you said, oh, no, hell no. No. Hell no. I'm going to write a different story.
Yes, let's thrive in menopause. That would be a title of it. Because the problem is we also, not just society, we had also in our mind
100%.
how should look women over 40 and over 50. And we think that it's normal, but it's in our mind. But it's not, because we can thrive now. We can change everything. It just mindset, you know. And if you believe you can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
That's why I started.
Any report say that whatever you believe you can or you cannot, you are always right. So 100%. And that is what when we connected the first time, long time ago, I was that fire then you have about, oh, no, wait. I have no clue what to do. And I tell a lot, and I told a lot on this summit about, I had no clue what I was downloading about the summit, what I was putting together, what was going to be the future of the Dragons in 2024. But I knew it, then I was going to do these things different. And is that about you? Is that passion that is so captivant, so then make people fall in love for you? So keep going, keep your magic, tell the story, or keep going.
So I didn't know in the beginning how I would do it, but my journey was long. But now I learn a lot because I wanted to know everything about menopause, about weight loss, about everything, and I listened and learned from enlightened doctors who are talking about lifestyle change and how can we avoid chronic diseases. So I started my journey because I wanted to lose weight, but my perspective changed on my way, because I know now that health is the most important thing. Doesn't matter how I look. It's the most important thing is our health, and it's all beginning with that. And I always telling that my program, it's about health, and the side effect is weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the most important thing, not just how we feel now, how we feel in the next decades of our lives, and to live a full life that we can do everything we want, because menopause is not the end, it's just the beginning from something new.
Ahoy. Yes.
And we can do what we dreamed about, let's say, and we wanted to do, but we had children. We always thought they are the first for us, not ourselves, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we put aside everything, and let's say, we didn't love ourselves like our children or like our husband. Always we thought they are the first, we are the last one, and we didn't love ourselves how we should.
Mm-hmm.
And we can start now in menopause, because our children usually are grow up,
Mm-hmm.
and we can start to love ourselves and to thrive again, that yes, we can do many things, but for all things we need to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we have to change our lifestyle. And if we do it, because our body is changing, so we have to change. We can't live like in our 20s. We must change everything. And then we can live with energized and going everywhere and do everything we want, new business or anything we like.
You are doing all of that.
Yeah.
I have been attracting loads of women who, majority of the dragons, are 40, 35, 40 plus. And there is a tribe of, and majority are women, even though we have lovely men inside. But it's there a tribe of women question, why should I end why should I keep living the rest of my life without enjoying life? And I will even say and tell, then maybe you have the opportunity, maybe no for sure, not just to enjoy life, but to enjoy things and live a life that you never had the opportunity to live before. Because one, you have more wisdom. Two, you don't give a damn, or at least you don't give a damn as you wish, as before, with what other people think about you.
Yes.
Point three, it's there a weird place. Then you are talking, and that was my story as well. And even though I'm on that bumpy road, many of us, and I'm going to talk about me, for me, many of us, we become this, what we believe, not necessarily right, these perfect wives, these great moms, these amazing friends, this amazing, you give. Even if the other person did not ask you, but you give so much, you want to be so perfect, you want to be sexy, beautiful, young, intelligent, making money, all of that, and being all of that, because you don't want to be left alone. You don't want to, you are scared and someone do not love you. You feel not worthy enough. And then something weird happens. And for many of us, it's a different story. Mine is very out of there, but for many of us, it's a weird story. Is something happens and you look and say, uh-oh, wait a second. My kids are not my property. They will love me if they want. They will think about me, what they want. They will, and you will think like, maybe I divorced 1 or 2 times, or maybe I had more than one relationship. I divorced a bunch of times. All of that, and you realize, hey, wait a second. The only thing that keeps going to be the same always is me. So I am the one who's on all these relationships and is constantly not being successful. So maybe I need to work in myself. Maybe I need to love myself. Maybe I need to be young, beautiful, strong feet for myself. Because that is a superpower, then attract other people's. When you love yourself first, and I'm on that journey, other people will love you because you have that confidence in you. Then you are there for you. It's like, so I love, then I have been talking with a lot of women, then is your case as well, then are building a different business after or during menopause or after menopause. But not a lot of people talk about to get fit. What is, okay, what do you do exactly? Because I know people are listening to this talk and it's like, I need a Stella in my life. So what do you do? Explain to us.
So I did a lifestyle change. You know that when comes to health, you have to know that you have to stay fit because of your health to avoid chronic diseases, osteoporosis, muscle loss, and the muscle loss is very important. That's why I designed my workouts, home workouts, because usually women of my age doesn't like to go to gym.
Yeah,
or to fitness classes, because they went on fitness classes, they go there and 1 hour and 1 hour 1 hour, it's too much if go someone first time, and I think it's not good. We need shorter but very effective workout. And I designed,
that is possible, right? Because the industry sells the idea then you need to be 3 hours on the gym to be fit.
No, it's not good, because that's why it wasn't good when I went to run, because it's making cortisol. It's a stress hormone, and it's not good, especially when you didn't run before. So that's why
I hate to run. I love to walk, but I hate to run. Yeah.
So I designed about 70 minutes workout, 15, 17 minutes workouts, and for every muscle. And it's only our body weight using.
I was going to ask you that. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a little yoga, it's a little body weight, it's a little Pilates, it's a little barre. And so it's a mix of everything, but for every muscle. So in 15, 17 minutes, I use my every muscle. And because our muscles need every day to move a little. So in my program, 6 days in a week, I doing my workout. It's just one day I don't do it, but six days. But it's short, so it's not problem. And
you don't have an excuse.
No, because if you, it's all about habits, you know. And if you really want it, first mindset, then habits. When you decide I will do it every day, and if you, let's say, you don't want that day to do someday, then I just say, like Mel Robbins, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stand up and do it. So it's the time this 15 minutes, what it means.
It starts building
what will
momentum.
You do?
Yeah, it starts.
What will you do instead?
And what it's so interesting. I have another question for you. It's not only. I love the concept of less inconsistency, because all of us, and especially if you are a higher achiever as myself, you pay a membership, you go to the gym, you go the first 2 days, and you kill yourself in the gym. You go and you do and then you drag yourself for the house for the next 15 days, and you never go back to the gym anymore. No option. The second question is, our hormones are all over the place. I'm 42, I'm going to be 43 in 20 days. I'm not official in menopause yet, but on the journey. What is do you help women with what should they drink and eat?
Yes, it's also because the processed food, the first, the villain in the room is the processed foods, you know, and the sugar. We don't need them. We don't need sugar. We can eat it from fruits. We don't need sugar, processed sugar, or empty calories from sodas and those things. I drink just water, coffee, and tea, nothing else. We don't need.
I was going to ask you about red wine, but I'm going to keep that out.
Sometimes.
Well, sometimes. What is sometimes? Because many of it
once a week.
Once a week.
Once a week, but just that's little.
Oh my God, you are going to kill me. Okay. Okay. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's very interesting because we had Vicky here as well, and she was talking about inflammation. And
yes.
I think you both should meet up, and she's in UK as well. So okay. Let's picture. Then I am in premenopause, or I'm arriving to the 40s, or I'm there. I have been there. I reach out to you, and what is the process? What happened? Do you have a call? How can we work together?
Yeah, we can have a call, and then I usually I would know what would you say. Just only, do you know it to do it alone, or you need everyday support? Because I can, if I working with someone one-to-one, we are in everyday contact.
Okay.
And I would ask you to make photos of your food. What are you eating every day? Everything.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
Till you don't, you have to change many things, yes, but it's because we have to the inflammation in the body. It's because of the processed food and the sugar, and because of the gluten. It's not just from gluten, from grains, and we don't need them. I eating something like keto, but it's not keto, especially because it's my way of eating. And I think it's better. It's not, I eating healthy fats, but I eating more protein, more, because our muscles need protein. As we age, it's more it's need more and more, like in our 20s, because efficiency is more important. That we have to keep our muscles in a good condition, because when we will be 70 or 80, we have to use them also then, not to ask help from our children to stand up or to go to the toilet,
100%.
I want to avoid that. And we are in now there that we can change it, that we can avoid all chronic diseases, because it's everything. It's all about moving and eating. And what are you eating? It's the most important thing. Let's say if you build a house, if you want to build a house, will you build from paper?
No.
Or will you build from strong wood or from bricks? And that is how important what you eat, because our cells build from our food. If you eat empty food, your cells won't be that strong, and your immune system won't be that strong. But if you eat good foods, then your cells will, and your whole body will be healthier, and they can serve you. Your body can serve you till 70s, 80s, or 90s. But the chronic disease is an inflammation. It's not a luck or bad luck. It's up on your diet. And
wow. Yeah, so important. It's really interesting. Then after my accident, I was without eating meat for 7 years. And after my accident, I had the need of eating red meat, but like a need, like when you are pregnant and you have a need to eat a certain thing, and it is gone. But I never touched in meat during 7 years, and I could not even picture that. But something did happen there, so it's really interesting. Okay, good. So now. Talk to these women who are watching us and send them a message so they connect with you.
Okay. And can I?
You can everything. Yes. Oh, yeah. You can everything, my love. Go. Beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you. I wrote this because if somebody don't want to work with me one-on-one, or just don't have time or mindset of that, but they really want to change something, my program is in this book, and I can recommend that, because if somebody is enough had mindset, they can change alone. They can do it with my book, because it's not just a book, because it's a journal too, and I giving tasks every 10 days, a new task. And if somebody need help when bought my book till Christmas, if they bought my book, they can have a free gift, 5 times 30 minutes, one-on-one call.
Oh, that
Because
is great.
every 20 day, if they're doing
Mhm.
my program, every 20 day we can speak. So, but after Christmas, it will be cost for that, but I will give a 5 or 10 package of my one-on-one call.
Amazing. Amazing. So, are you excited for 2024?
Sorry?
Are you excited for next year?
Yes, I planning more things to do and some new things also. I will make a group coaching, and I want to make a course from my book, and here in Hungarian to make podcast, or just because in Hungarian they usually don't speak English very well, and what
You do?
I listening I listening enlightened doctors, and I want to know what are they saying, and I will probably translate that, and usually what is in my book, and I will translate it and make videos on YouTube. But I also had podcast on YouTube about health. Inspire is my show, also on my YouTube.
Amazing. Amazing, my girl. Amazing, amazing. You are going to be with me in the next 12 months. It's a pleasure to have you. If you are watching this and you want to be abundant and you are 40 plus or you're arriving there, you need to go to Stella, because you cannot be abundant if you are not healthy. And that is for me, myself as well. So buy Stella's book, get her calls, and do something for you. Stop doing things for others. Do something for you so you can have and be abundant. Stella, it was a pleasure to have you here. I'm going to say bye. I'm going to say bye to these people properly and bye to you in a second. For me, Rita Valente, it was a pleasure to have you here. Keep living your dream and make it happen. Whatever you believe you can or you cannot, you are always right. Just keep that in your mind and stop having excuses to live your dreams. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cash, Abundance, and Prosperity, the Success Summit. Finally, I could say it until the end. My name is Rita Valente, in case you did not realize after so many of them. Amazing people. This is the last, I don't know how you are watching this, but this is the last session that I'm recording for this summit. And this is going to be magical, literally. I just want, before I present you the beautiful people that I have, the beautiful souls that I have here with me, I want to say thank you to you watching this. We are doing this because we believe you deserve better. And we hope you are ready. I was going to say listo, then it's a Spanish word. And I hope you are ready to go to the next level. My job or my work or my mission, more than being a coach, is to bring you different people to give you tools and strategies that maybe do not work to your neighbor or with your neighbor, but we'll work with you. And at the same time, create this community of like-minded people who want to do something different and want more for themselves. And I'm done with the BS of what people think or what people say they deserve. That being said, I don't have one guest, I have two. So Tanji and Vivi, tell me, welcome here. It's a pleasure to have you. Vivi, I'm enjoying your background. That is another story. Who's going to talk first? Tell who you are and what you do. Let's go for it. Let's go and let's have fun. Let's have fun. Let's inspire people. Let's touch that person who are stuck and want a strategy and have no clue what to find. Because now listen to you and listen to me talking to you. They will feel that vibration, unique vibration that you both have, and they will fall in love with you. Go for it.
I love that.
Yes. Thank you.
And I love that it's about you said the magic, because I'm all about the magic. We're all about the magic. Our business collaboration is called the Wealth Magic Legacy. My name is Vivian Helica, and this is my Cease.
I'm Tanji's Enrica.
We're best friends, sisters, actual sisters, and business partners. And we are just here, like you say, your mission is, ours is just to be in our truth, in our magic, and empower others to be theirs. And just by being that example for ourselves and leading that by example and tuning into that magic is what we'd love to share and impact others to be theirs, enable theirs.
Yes, yes. What we're going to be sharing about is the 4 pillars of prosperity, how to alchemize a sustainable online business.
I lost my eye. I love it. Before we go to your juicy secrets, let's let them wait a little bit. I want to bring something to the table. Certain things, I don't know, since my accident, I lost some filters. Certain things to the table. This market where we move, this coaching online market where we move, it's about, I think in special after the pandemic, have been about a lot of different things. But one that I want to bring to the table is the idea that you need to be perfect. It's a little bit gone, I will say. Or
yes.
at least I feel, and I feel other people are feeling, then even we are coaches and even we are visionary leaders, whatever side of community, we are allowed to fail and talk about the BS and the bad months. And yes, not only the 20K or the 100K or whatever, but as well the ones that you do 0 or 1,000 or 2,000. That is another thing. Another thing that I found really beautiful is talking about magic. Because
oh yes.
Because I don't know what the hell is happening with me, but I have in these 2 years really been healing myself and sometimes losing my mind. But each time more and more and more connected with magic and connected with access tools or concepts that are not your normal way. Because let's be honest, coaching you how to make 10K per month, every person can do that. And I was doing that and I felt so disaligned. Like, it's so much more than that. And many times it's not about the amount of money and you girls are going to bring on. It's about what the hell is success for you and what do you believe you deserve.
Yes.
You know, and what
Yes.
you and what you believe you can or you cannot, you're always right.
Mhm.
So I just didn't want to bring that to the table. I think the market is changing. I loved what you are going to talk because I have been talking about a little bit, and I bring a little bit the story about going a little bit in a different way. So everyone was high ticket, high ticket, high tickets. I think then is the market depending of like it's not one thing works for everyone, but you can catch things from everyone. And I still have high tickets and I still sell high tickets. And it's really interesting when people buy high tickets when you're not expecting. I want you now to own your magic and like really deeply enjoy the next minutes because I want this to be your stage and I want people to see your magic and I will do the questions. Then it comes up to me as a coach, as maybe your perfect client, who knows. So who wants to start? Let's go for it.
I want to piggyback on what you said because I resonate with that so much. And yes, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up and being vulnerable and being authentic and just being transparent, you know, and it's like showing that, yeah, we're human. We have bad days. We're still there. Like there are layers of healing. You know, I've been in this process of doing work on myself, the inner work for many, many years. And it's going through the layers and it's a beautiful thing because we're going deeper and deeper, you know, and because of the business Cece and I are in, we've actually acclimated and expanded our healing capabilities because we've met some amazing magical people. Like we became quantum magic practitioners through Gabby Kowalski, who's just a magical being. And we just recently became Kanika trauma practitioners. And so it's like, I'm still learning. I'm still learning to release and open up and expand my views, you know, and expand my grid to allow the abundance that we're so deserving, because abundance is our birthright. Abundance, love, magic, that is within us.
100%.
And yet we forget that. We forget that that is us. It's not something we have to go learn. It's something within us. And that's what I love, is just to remind others and that's my passion, is to remind us that that's within us. And we just have to activate it and allow it and just have it come from within to expand and touch others. So I'm like, my wings are coming out and I'm just goosebumps.
No,
I'm all about the magic. I'm so all
you.
about the magic.
I get you. I really feel happy then grown up women are connecting with magic. I feel then that was a fear. We can talk like, here we go. We can talk like past lives or whatever. We have fear. If you tell the story and if you remember the story, then we know we at this lifetime will say, maybe connecting magic is not a good thing, right? But being woman, being like, let's just focus in feminine energy. That is magic. We bring life to life, right? When in going back to you before you start your old magic, I cannot put in words. I don't know if you ladies read my post yesterday. I cannot put in words what what the fuck did happen on the last 7 weeks. Because after my accident, when I was out of my body, and if you watch this summit, you will listen to me talking about this. The word abundance, and girl, you know it better, go talk with people who know more than you and bring to the table, bring to others. And I had no clue, no idea, had a head injury. But what have been amazing is not only, yes, I made my money with this. Yes, I was successful. Yes, but the simple, if you forget all of that, the simple fact of the people that I brought in, I can go back to the full evergreen and watch every conversation, and I will get goosebumps. Because when you allow yourself to trust in your intuition, guidance, whatever you want to believe it, and I will leave that to you, Vivi, but whatever you want to believe it, maybe your business is your mission. Maybe being abundant, and I will tell a little bit more than abundant, because sometimes we are very abundant, but we don't have cash on our bank account, and that is a different concept. Having loads of money available on your cash, on your account, is not only your right, but your duty. You need to help other people and serve other people and reach to more people with your knowledge.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Yep.
It's
I-
our
Go for it, Sanchi.
duty. It's our
It's
our
so,
conscious
it's, I
duty.
don't know why we don't, this doesn't, like, how can I go and help more people to have visibility and help and connect more people if I'm not making 10, 20, 30, 40, 500,000, right? I need, if I want to take this knowledge, your knowledge to Spanish, I need to have a team who speaks Spanish and builds a Latin community, whatever it's just flying on my nose, like Portuguese people say. You girls have Portuguese blood, so it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's, God damn it. Like, don't want, we spend me, like, I like to be a good girl. I always love people, and I want to give my very best to people. So how do I dare to give my very best to people if I don't allow myself to make enough money so I can help women who are under abusive relationships to understand they can unlock the power of digital work and digital empires and leave that and go and be free.
Yes.
Yes.
Now I shut up though.
Oh no, I'm loving this. I'm so loving this.
Yes. It is true though. It is our ethical duty to make to have the money in our hands, the abundance in our hands, so that we can create impact in the world, take our sovereignty back, our freedom back.
Freedom. Our
And
freedom.
I also feel,
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like, yes, the money is important. Money is energy though, but to cultivate that energy within us first.
Absolutely.
There it is. For me, abundance is that. Abundance is not.
Yes.
Abundance is, and I'm going to give you a very good example. I'll say 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, I had no clue what I was doing. And you girls know better, and I'm not going to the detail. I had no clue what I was doing. I put out a ridiculous offer. My dragons text me and say, your head injury is too bad. I'm concerned with you. What the hell are you doing? No clue what I was doing. But here, I have been working so much in my abundance. Then here, I was so sure. And that for me is abundance. Abundance is having that power, that superpower. It's not the money that you have in your bank account. It's knowing that you did it before, you can do it again.
Yes.
Well, it goes back to that the worthiness, deserving it. Yeah. And that's exactly what we're going to go into is the first thing of the first pillar, which V's going to be talking about a little bit more, is like the mindset magic, right? So you want to go ahead, V, and take us away?
Yeah. So actually what I really would love to do is to ground us and to do a little like activation, if you're open to this.
Of course.
And
always.
Okay, awesome. So let's put our feet on the ground, our hands, our feet, everything uncrossed. Go ahead and close your eyes. And in through your womb and your heart, breathe in through, actually breathe in through your nose, a 4 count, into your womb and your heart. Hold it for 5 and release out of your mouth for 6. Go ahead and do another one. I like to do this in 3s, and through your nose for a 4 count. Into your heart and your womb, hold for 5, and out your mouth for 6. And one more, in through your nose for 4, into your womb and your heart. Hold for 5, and out your mouth for 6. You're going to see a green, actually a gold cord wrapped around your heart, infused with the green. Green is your heart essence. It's your heart chakra, self-love. Just feel that. Just wrapped around. It's compassion, forgiveness, abundance, gratitude. And then see that green and gold cord go up into your throat. It's like a aquamarine blue or a sky blue. And our throat chakra is our communication, our expression, where we speak and express our truth internally, externally, our purpose. And see that cord now go up into your third eye. It's indigo color, like a blue violet color, being added to the cord. And that is intuition, wisdom, inner knowledge, inspiration, higher consciousness, true purpose. And then going up to your crown, it's purple. It's our spiritual connection, unity, oneness, transcending the ego, transformation. I'd also like to activate our soul crown. And just see a ring of dragon fire, black with gold and white tips. It's to hide us from the negativity so it doesn't touch us. And then a blue ring of dragon fire with green essence. And that's the magic surrounding us, within us. And finally, a gold ring of fire. And this is our abundance. And then the cord goes up, 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 up into our higher selves portal. You can ask daily, ask your higher selves to guide you, to help you. If you're feeling you have too much to do, ask your higher selves to come out and play and help you with the tasks you have at hand. And then go up, up, up into your soul star family, and you just feel them hugging you, loving you. It's your spirit guides, your family that passed away, your pets that passed away, all the angels just holding you, surrounding you. Then you go up, 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 up. You see the sun and the moon. You feel that energy, that moon energy, that sun energy. Oh, the brilliance of it. And all the way up into source hearts. So now we're going to take a deep breath into source heart, our heart and our womb. In for 4, through your nose. Hold for 5, and out your mouth for 6. Again, your source heart, womb heart. Hold out your mouth for 6. One more time. In your nose for 4. Hold for 5. Out your mouth for 6. Ooh. We're going to see this column of light come down, all the way down. Now we're back at our heart. And the cord has got all the colors of the upper chakras. And now this cord is going to our solar plexus. And our solar plexus is yellow, personal power, authenticity, our self-worth, self-discipline, and our beliefs. And then we're going to go down into our sacral chakra, which is our emotions, our feelings, our pleasures, our creativity, our manifested desire, our sexuality, our sensuality. We're safe to feel all that. And then down to your womb, your root, which is red, grounding. That grounds us and it's our safety. Just feel all that security, our foundation. We are supported. And then this cord goes all the way down, 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 down into Mama Gaia, all the way down through Shambhavan, Arcturian, Lemurian, all the planes, all the dragons, all the wolved wingeds, all bring in your Ashkata, Ishkata, and Askota, Askata, Ansta. And it's going to go all the way down into Mama Gaia's heart. Use this crystalline heart. Whatever color you see is perfect. And now we'll take a deep breath in through Mama Gaia's heart, our heart, womb, and source. And for 4, hold for 5, out your mouth for 6. Whew. Again, in through your nose for 4, hold for 5, out your mouth for 6. One last deep breath in through all hearts. Mama Gaia, source, your heart and your womb, in for 4, hold for 5, out your mouth for 6. And that light that you saw before is just going to go all the way straight up to source, all the way down in this light, this column of ascension. And anywhere where you see your power is not within you, like pull back your power. And where you see your power, there's something plugged into you that isn't yours, send it back to receiver with love. Just surround yourself with a golden egg. That light and that column of ascension is ours to tap into any time. When you're ready, slowly come back. All right. And remember, any kind of activations, any kind of healings, drink lots of water. How are we feeling?
Good. Good. Amazing. It's I want to see what comes next, because this was really good. I know what you ladies, goddess, do, but it's really different to see it in paper and to watch it live. So I have been so lucky with this journey because it gives me as well a perspective of observer, what allows my mission to be faster or better. So thank you, Vivi. Thank you so much. It's really nice.
Welcome. So what we want to share about too, now that we're like a little bit more centered, like you talked about, like our magic, I said like our magic is within us. And also it's our mindset. It's what we've grown up learning, and it's what we're conditioned that we're not worthy, we're not enough, and that everything is outside of us. Mm-hmm. And really, mindset is so important. It's our core foundation. And we want to share a tool, like, we don't even realize sometimes that we're thinking negative thoughts about ourselves. And the more we become aware of this, the easier it can be to clear that. So it's like we invite you to become aware of what you're saying, what's coming out of your mouth, because words are important, you know?
They're
Words,
like spells.
excuse me?
They're actual spells.
Yes, yes, yes.
Existence.
So you don't want to be, actually, I don't want to say don't, because the universe doesn't understand don't. We instead want to be aware of what we're saying.
Mhm.
And when we notice that we're saying something negative, like, oh, I can't do this, oh, I'm not worthy, oh, I'm not enough, to immediately cancel and clear that.
Mm.
And we invite you also to write it down, and also write the opposite, the empowering. So if you suddenly think, I'm not enough, I can't do this, think, I have the God within me, sources within me, magic is within me. It's my birthright. I am more than enough. Already I feel the energy lift, and you feel that, and write that down. And then you can repeat that. And the ones that are in the negative, you can write on a separate paper and burn those. Allow yourself to burn those limiting beliefs, but definitely write down the gratitude and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And and trust this with your heart, and it's just a tool that, and reminding ourselves that we are magic, we are love, we are infinite. And whew, and I love that so much. I don't actually have, we wanted to pull a card
Yeah.
because we're all about the magic. Actually, I'll go grab my deck. Unless you want to pull a card, I'm going to grab my deck. You have it?
Here. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I had it ready. That's why I'm like, let me prepare. I want to bring one in. Absolutely. I'd also like to piggyback a little bit of what you were saying, and like also be in gratitude, like saying thank you for I know I am abundant. Thank you for I know I am worthy of abundance and I deserve it. So it's also like being in that gratitude and claiming it. I feel like when we claim it like I know, it's like a declaration. It's different than I think.
It's so interesting what you are saying, and I'm going to insert myself on.
Yeah,
of course.
I was living in Tulum when I had my accident, and like majority of people watching this summit knows, I was a mom since I was 19. I give birth to 5 kids. I did not had loads of certainty. That is another conversation that we can have. I did not had a normal growing up, teenager years, and my memory was having kids and having kids and having kids and having kids, because I had a life. My mom died, and I did think kids will love you forever and ever and ever. But I did not have a parent who raised me in a way that I could. I don't know what I'm saying, but what I want to say is I was in Tulum, and I was having, this is summer, and I was having, you keep growing in your business. So I was having less for like $1,000, $2,000. I was having less than what I have normally. But I was enjoying life a lot, on the sense that I was going to the beach. I had a 4-wheeler. Yeah. I was enjoying life. And I had this big fight with someone that was with me in the day of my accident, because he was saying that I was not abundant. And I was saying I was goddamn abundant, because for the first time in my life, even though I miss my kids terribly, and that is another story, but let's not go there. For the first time in my life, I had time for me, and I had a motorcycle. It was something that I had when I was 11. So it's the first time I was like enjoying the wind in my face and they're dumb things. But that was abundance for me. And sometimes you really need to understand what is abundance for you. Because I will guarantee you, then the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, will give to you, keep going and give to you what you believe it's abundance for you and you deserve it. I'm very fast and I will leave this. I had a friend and she was making 900 euros per month in a part-time and Portugal. And she helped me putting together a party when I was a DJ organized, and I paid her 600 euros. It's details, but we keep going with me. I was with her when she received the money. So I paid her and automatically it was in her bank account. And we are together. And I don't know why, but in Portugal, we have like the doors are really all like locked doors and like you can like take the walls out, but the door will stay. And the moment then she received the money, the door was not, so the lock was not opening. The keys were not opening the door. So she didn't need to ask for someone to fix it. And that was 450 euros right now there. 600 came in. She's used to 900. And the retainer of her daughter was disappearing that day. So she didn't need a new one. So extra, she just survived 50 euros of her money. What is really interesting, because don't tell you are not abundant, go and look for what you are constantly. And then another thing is we say, oh, we are attracting money with my work. You are attracting money with other things, with presents, with things that people give to you, things that you will. So just did want to drop this info here because.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. It's not just about money. It's
exactly,
about
that's what I said.
All forms. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the energy that attracts.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
I really truly feel like it all comes down to our self-love. Like doing the shadow work, doing the inner work, taking radical responsibility to do the inner work.
Taking radical responsibility, knowing that if you are not more successful, it's only your fault. And the stories that you keep repeating in your mind. I'm not saying then shit did not happen to you and you have all the reasons to be on the ground. It's not what I'm saying that. It is true. But if you want to be successful, you will be.
Yeah. And I love this because one of the cards, I had two cards that wanted to come through. And the first card was choice. It's choice, life direction, how you respond, consequences. So it's all in how we are choosing to either be in the victim role. Why is this happening to me versus why is this happening for me? What is the gift?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
I love that. I love how it just all naturally just came into this. And then the next card that wanted to come through is Cosmic Ocean.
Wow.
Future realities and new beginnings.
Yes, yes, yes.
Do you know,
I love those oceans because
the water, yeah. And I was going to say, don't forget what you're going. I was going to say on the magical side, inside of the dragons, we have the magical circle of tapping, and we do tapping all together. Girls, you need to pop up. And I always, so what I do is, depending on the number of people, we tap, we support other people. And I always, almost on the end, I say, I design my own reality. So I will ask you to repeat after me. I design my own reality. And then my name is, and you say your name, and so it is. Then you breathe in and breathe out, and it is that. You design your own, what is the shitty concept to live in? Because then you cannot put guilty in anyone else. Whatever situation you are in, it can suck, but it's your own responsibility. It's not beautiful. It's not nice. It's not cool. That doesn't mean then bad things would happen to people. It's not where I go with this. It's like you have the power to change it if you want so. And that is the reason why you are here, because you have the tools to help people to have the power to change.
Yes, 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 yes. And what I
absolutely.
was going to say about the ocean was like the analogy with water and money. I love that because you have like the cash flow, the river bank, multiple streams of income. And when
Currency.
you come to ocean,
I never did
ocean
think
is
about
my
that, but
favorite.
it's
This
true.
is
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
this is my favorite, oceans of abundance.
Yes.
And we're
Yes.
talking
I'm
about
going to write that
abundance,
down.
and
Yes.
then you have the ocean card come up. So
Yeah.
I love
Cosmic
that so
ocean.
much.
Oceans
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. So shall we talk about
Yes,
abundance?
let's go, Tanji. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
Let's
ring the
go.
bell
Now
like
that we
we do.
know that it's all energy and it's about self-love and taking radical responsibility and choosing this, right? It's about choosing this. We get to choose. It's not a have to. Reframing our mindset, right? It's not I have to do this. I get to do this.
Yes.
I get to take radical responsibility and do the inner work. I was actually talking to a friend messaging earlier today, exactly that. She's all, well, this is what we have to do. We have to do the shadow work. I'm like, well, let's reframe it from we have to, that we get to, like, right? We get to do this. We get to be in this.
Yeah, you can keep living your life as many people. I was going to say zombies, but that is very this. You can keep living your life as many people. And I was having this conversation. When you start on the healing path, I have a good news and a bad news. A good news is it's going to get better. The bad news, you will never end. You'll keep going.
Exactly.
But it is we decide so.
Yeah.
And it's a superpower if you own it. This is like tattoos.
Exactly.
I always like, I never see myself as a tattoo woman, like full of tattoos. I don't think because I don't, like, really doesn't. And I remember in Portugal, what is a Catholic country, and like really back in time still, I don't know, I don't live there for many, many years, but I don't know how many, 10, 12. I had a friend and she was always being like judged by her tattoos, and I never felt it. And it's all about what you believe about yourself.
Yep.
Because if you believe, then you are doing something bad, or if you believe, then you have, if you are a little bit with more weight, people will tell you that. But if someone tells you that and is simply ridiculous because you are the things that ever in your life, like they say, what are you saying? It makes no sense. So that is something just little. Now, bring it, Tanji. Bring it.
I want to piggyback on that though, about what you said is like we have that choice. We don't, it's not a have to, we get that choice, and that's the thing, is like we can stay where we are and happy, and that's the hamster wheel of life, you know? And nothing changes if nothing changes, or we get to take that first step and own that this is our desires, our responsibility to ourselves to take that first step to make a change for our lives, because no one's going to change our lives but ourselves.
Yeah. That's true.
100%.
It's very true. And that's where I'd like to bring it to where the abundance is like, and these are for all the dragons that are watching, like asking this question, like, what does a sustainable business model look like to you? Like, what does that really look like when you, like, what comes to mind when you think about freedom, a freedom business model that support you financially and emotionally, and everything. It's all,
and it don't allow you to
interconnected.
burn out, and it doesn't allow.
Exactly. Because as a coach, as a quantum coach, I was burnt out. I was wearing all the hats. I'm a single, I didn't share this part, but I'm a single unschooling mama to my teen son. I've been unschooling him. homeschooling for most of his life and unschooling him now for the past 2 years. And I was wearing all the hats in my own life, in my personal life, and as an entrepreneur, as a coach. So I was feeling very exhausted and depleted wearing all the hats. And so to me, it's about scalability, where I get to have more choice, right? And more freedom. So, and that's what we want to ask you. Another question I want to ask, is the way you're currently creating an income sustainable? Is it going to pay you for the rest of your life, whether you're working or not? Or will the money stop coming in? Will the money stop flowing in when you stop working? A lot of the times, when we're not working, it's not coming in, right? Yeah. So that's the thing. That's why we want to share something here about.
Please bring on, because I'm on that boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't work for a few months, something like 0.1, I'm a workaholic because I love what I do. But yes, but that is a good example. And as a coach in special, and I don't know what you are going to bring to the table, but as a coach in special, and the ones who play with this kind of more magical things, we are giving our energy. We are our own business. It's not it's not like a shop that you can turn off. It doesn't work like that. If you are having a shitty emotional moment, you cannot serve your people in the same way. You need to learn to say, I learned on the last 3 years, and God know how, I learned to say no. I learned, and I have the dragons, and you girls know that, or like, I don't miss a call normally, but the way that the dragons are now is if I need to miss a call, I can put another dragon and bring in another. So that is a big point. But bring on. I keep talking, I'm listening to you, and I need to put my charger because we are recorded.
Okay, yeah. And it's also about, you're saying you're leveraging your support system, your community, right? That's important too. That's the biggest piece here. And going back to like looking at my life and where I was going in the hamster wheel and where I was depleting myself, it's just like that saying with Albert Einstein, insanity is doing something over and over again, expecting a different outcome. So if we are wanting to create more freedom and choice in our lives, we've got to open ourselves and have a new lens to see what else is out there, what else is possible to create that choice and freedom in our lives. And so for me, it was really important to find something that aligned with my values, that was a sustainable and ethical business model, and something that was not only a return on my investment. So return on investment is also important, right? But it's more than that. It's a return on, I like to call it ROE, return on energy. So I really wanted to be like a return 100%. On energy for my life, right? My energy force, my life force. And also how I'm outputting my energy to be a more present and conscious mom to my son, to be a more present and conscious co-parent, just to be a more conscious human being in the world. So it's also the return on energy, but it's also ROL, return on life. So I like to look at ROI, ROE, and ROL. But it's something for me, for a freedom business model, it's something that can give us more time, the time freedom. It has to be a vehicle that I can leverage, that's going to give me that time freedom. So I'm not wearing all the hats in my business, that I can spend more time with my son, more quality time with my son, or more quality time doing the things that light me up, that lights you up, right? So I wanted to look at something that also had location freedom, something where I can do it anywhere in the world, traveling the world if I wanted to. As long as I had a smartphone and Wi-Fi, I can be able to do this business, and something that also gave me that financial freedom. So that is the second pillar. The first pillar was the mindset magic. The second pillar is a sustainable, like aligning with a sustainable high ticket affiliate marketing. And then also, but the health freedom, that's the fourth part of, if you think of a car, you think you can't go anywhere of the car without the 4 tires, right? And so you just can't go anywhere. You won't go far. But so these are the 4 things: the time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom. The fourth one is the health freedom. If you don't have, that's the most important, because I feel if you don't have your health and wellness, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, none of the other freedoms matter. None of time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, none of that matters if you don't have your health and wellness, right? We're going back to our mindset and our energy force. And so what is a freedom business model? What is affiliate marketing? So affiliate marketing is usually, I'm just going to describe if no one knows what affiliate, but a lot of coaches do, because a lot of coaches have their own affiliate programs, but just in case we don't.
Yeah, but this is so funny that you are talking about that. Bring on, love how to universe. Bring on, I'm very curious.
Well, so affiliate marketing is you partner with a company, that already exists, but this is the thing, choosing high ticket over low ticket, because a lot of companies, a lot of coaches have low ticket items. So it's really aligning with something that's high ticket, because I truly feel with high ticket and low ticket, that you're doing the same amount of energy and time. So might as well align with something that's high ticket.
And especially if you are doing affiliating, that
yes, exactly, absolutely. And so the second thing about affiliate marketing is you share about their in-demand product or service on their behalf, and then you receive a commission when you do a sale for them as a referral. So the next thing I want to share is creating our own product versus affiliating with one. So when we're creating our own product, there's a lot that goes into it, right? There's investment.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, we know that. We know it's like, it's
many ways to make mistakes.
Yes.
Many. And some to reach some success. No, I don't want to say success, some to reach success or whatever success is, and to have joy and fun. That is going.
Yes,
keep going. I'm enjoying a lot. Yeah.
So when you're owning a product, it's high investment. It takes a lot of time to build it, right? That product or that service. So to see
a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and maybe years. It could probably take 3 to 5 years before you actually make a profit off of it. Right. And then often you're working alone unless you are able to invest in high coaching or high mentorship costs. And in many other online businesses, you have to do everything. This is what I'm talking about, where you have to wear all the hats. Whereas when you affiliate with a high ticket offer, there's low investment. You profit after just a few sales. There's no staff expenses. Your ability to earn uncapped income is there and available. And there's a massive community support, so you're not alone. And it's already proven to already work and convert. And so that's the difference between when you're creating your own product and when you align with something that's already there, something that's already, something that you can just align with. And so with a sustainable high ticket offer, it's a win-win for all. It's highly profitable. It's something that people are investing in anyways for themselves. So that's the thing. When you're looking for something that is a sustainable high ticket offer, you're wanting to look at something that people are already investing in. And that's proven to work and convert and has a long lasting track record. It's not something that is just launched for the first time, it's or the crypto. Okay, I just gotta say, like I got who here.
I'm lucky. I had money in crypto and I made some money, and I went out in the correct time.
Good.
So I cannot complain. It's not like a huge amount of money, and it was not like the normal coins. It was like something else different. So I don't have a bad experience with that. But that you always felt like you are playing lottery or something, or like
you're gambling with it.
Gambling, exactly. The word gambling
is
not
secure.
Coming, but
exactly. It doesn't feel secure to me. So that's why I feel like it's something that when you're investing in something like this, you're wanting it to be something that's long lasting track record, something that's recession proof, something that's long term, has a long term map for you. Something that, and then again, going back to the RO, it provides a high ROI, return on investment, return on your energy, return on life. And it's something where an industry is thriving and is solving people's biggest problems. So that's the first thing with it. And so the
and
one
extra, I will say, and I'm like
Yeah.
just thinking about me and the dragons, like I'll say, then if you are, we're just expanding my universe right now. If you are selling something, then you believe so, and you see, then he's not only getting results, but he's getting this good vibration frequency in the world. It's, then I always love this. You did not went to any call yet, but I always like when people come to the calls, the co-creation calls, and then we have, and we come to the calls and they say, oh, I want to do my free masterclass. We don't use the word free in Dragon, sorry. I want to do my masterclass, and I don't feel ready to offer my masterclass to people. I feel then maybe they don't want. It's like, think about what you are selling or what you are giving as chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Like chocolate cake. Like,
I like that.
I will give chocolate cake. And we are always talking about chocolate cake because of this. This did happen on a call. It's like, think about your masterclass. Was masterclass about manifestation. It's like, think about your masterclass as chocolate cake. You don't go and offer chocolate cake to a neighbor that you never talked in your life. Yes, you do. Why? Because it's the best chocolate cake. Yeah, like chocolate cake, maybe some people, but I'm so sorry for you. But yeah, so 100%. If you are selling something that you believe, and sometimes, and I will add as a coach, I will add an extra, sometimes it's more easy to believe in the power of others than the power of yourself as a coach. So just dropping a little spicy here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep going, Tanji. We are listening to you.
Awesome. Yeah. And so the thing with about partnering with a high profit offer, we're used to, I want to share the difference between the two between low ticket and high ticket. A lot of times most people are familiar with low ticket. Most coaches are familiar with low ticket and high ticket too. But a majority of people are used to like the low ticket one-on-one coaching, or maybe it's like just a program, a smaller program that you could affiliate with, where you can get some money in. Like I've done that before with other coaches, and I'm like, oh, okay, great. And
what money are we talking about? Let's calibrate the audience here. Low ticket, when you low ticket, what numbers are? Because we have different audience from different places of the world, and depending of the side of the world, let me tell you, the concept of low and high, it's really different. So please, you can give me just like I'm not asking numbers. I'm just like, give me some.
Yeah. So I'm talking about, so that's what I'm going to share about with the difference. So usually with low ticket, that's people are used to making about maybe $20 to $50, off of like a low ticket. Yeah. Okay. Usually with low ticket, when they're affiliating with with a company, there's monthly quotas, there's deranking, there's, you're keeping an inventory, or you're inviting your friends and family.
Inventory, no, thank you. Like, who even do that? Like, for me, like after you know about the digital world and what can be done, and after I had companies and I bought, like I have been there. It's like you spend money on your team, in your taxes, if you pay, and depending of the countries is what I mean, and obviously in tools for your business to promote your business.
Absolutely. So that's low ticket. So high ticket is where you have high commissions, obviously. And it's making it easier for you to create that desired income. There's no deranking. There's no monthly quotas. There's no inventory. There's no spamming our friends and family. I've been in actually companies where I had a spam. They teach you to write a list and spam your friends and family. Like I've been in that before, and it doesn't feel good. It wasn't in alignment with me. It didn't feel true and authentic. And I was actually the one that the family members like, oh God, here comes Tanji. What's she going to share with us now?
I have something really, really good for you. Yeah, I know. So and their high tickets, what are we talking about? What kind of commissions can someone? Let's put some juiciness.
Yeah. Okay. So I love that you're asking this question, because it's going right into what I'm sharing.
On
So
the
let's
flow,
just
on the
say
flow.
like, yeah, I want to give the example. So if you're wanting to make 10K in a month and low ticket, you would say need to make like 100 sales in like supplements or shakes or whatever to at $100. Or say like 50 sales of like essential oils at like $200 in order to make 10 grand. Versus where high commission, all you have to do is make 2 sales to make 2 grand, or 5 sales at $5,000. Do you see the difference? So it's like it's the same amount of energy and time, 100 sales versus 5 sales. 50 sales versus 2 sales. Like it's just when you think of that, it's like the same energy and time. It's almost like a no-brainer. It's like, why not go for the high ticket versus the low ticket?
I will add as a coach here. I
Yeah.
hate the word coach, but it has a coach. I'll add, and because I work with my dragons, who I know very well, and I mean I know who's watching us, and I know what is going on with them. I will tell them, many people, I am lucky on the sense that I grew up on the desk of my mom, and my mom and my dad were entrepreneurs. I did not grow up in a family who went to their 9 to 5. I never, except on the summer where I lie about my age and I work on a shoe shop, and except for a time in my life that I was in part-time receptionist in a company, like for 2 or 3 months, I never worked for someone. So I have that entrepreneur mindset and crazy mindset because it's scary as hell. But what I want to say with all of this is many people watching this want to live their dream of the location of, let me tell you, then the digital nomad, hear me. It looks good. You have some bumps on the road. That is something else. But you want to live that dream life. You want to have the financial freedom. You want to have the time freedom. You want to have all of that. But they are coming with the mindset of 9 to 5. They are not entrepreneurs, and you need to become one. So on the process of becoming one, it's much more easy to be selling a product than is working already for other people. And you have a step-by-step thing to do, and you don't need to find your gifts and give and work and figure out your business. Inside of the dragons did change from dream warriors to phoenix warriors to dragon warriors, and everything. Like I went from social media to just stopping to go and kind of business holistic coaching to what the hell I'm doing. Then I have no idea what it is, but it's cool. And if you want to live you want to get that, you don't need to be crazy as me or many of us. We try out. We can pick up something that is working already. Then we believe. Then we vibrate and it works for us. And just show to people who need it. Who want this chocolate cake?
Yeah. I love what you're sharing. I love what you're sharing. Speaking of the chocolate cake, because we have a chocolate cake of our own.
Bring on.
So now that we've talked about the difference between what a high ticket affiliate marketing is, the difference between low ticket and high ticket, and the difference between the two, it's like now we want to share with you the high ticket product that we aligned with, that we recommend, that's been able to allow thousands of us to be able to create that lifestyle, that freedom, that time, getting back our choice and freedom, and our health and wellness. And so we actually partnered with something that people need anyways. And so it's called a magic, and it sounds
like magic.
It sounds like
yes! Oh my God, I didn't even notice that.
Oh my God, how not?
Never think of that.
It sounds like magic.
It sounds magic and magic. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
I
even don't know what you are talking yet, but it sounds like magic. Keep going.
Oh my God. I love that. Okay. So it is a water water is a product that people want and need and are buying daily anyways. So Enagic, I'm not going to go into the science, too much of the science, because I know I want to honor everyone's time, but as an electrolyzed reduced water, it's an ionizer. And it's called Kangen water, basically. And it's a rich, hydrogen-rich H2 that actually nourishes and restores your body to its optimal state. And V is going to actually be sharing here in a little bit about what all the different, it produces over 100 different uses. And when we're talking about being sustainable business, it's also about being sustainable for our planet. Like I'm a huge advocate for the past 20 years now, probably less than that, maybe probably 15 to 20 years now of being really eco-conscious of what I'm putting into my body, what I'm putting in my surroundings and on my skin. So I'm really excited for V to share a little bit more about this, but it's something that is actually considered a medical grade water device in Japan. And 1 out of 3 hospitals have this machine in their hospital because of the healing properties that it has in it. And we can't make any medical claims, just out of compliance.
Technically, I'm in Mexico, but yes, we can also. Come on.
But there's, I mean, if you look on PubMed or go to, if you search on PubMed or Google Scholar and look up electrolyzed reduced water, ERW, you will find hundreds of PubMeds on there, hundreds of articles on the health benefits. My son's dad, and we're talking about your motorcycle accident. And I wanted to bring this up. My son's dad got in a major motorcycle accident last year. He broke 6 of his bones. He had bleeding in his brain. He has short-term memory from it. And my son and I moved in with him temporarily for 40 days. I did healings on him, but we also had him drinking the Kangen water, drinking there's several different pH levels, but the Kangen water actually helped reduce the inflammation in his body and in his brain. So he went back to the doctor, and the doctor's like, what is going on? Like, he's like, again, we can't make any medical claims.
Okay. We are just sharing a story.
Yeah. So, but it's just that was something huge that we experienced with my son's health and wellness from his motorcycle accident. So it's also something that, when we're looking at something and why we partner with it, because it pays you 50% commissions. And the company owns the whole supply chain, making all the parts from scratch in-house. So it's not like going to China, going to this warehouse and having a machine do it. They actually do everything. So the integrity of the company is really important to me. So if I'm going to back something up with some chocolate cake, you better believe I'm going to do the research and make sure that it's something that's in line with my values.
And that is so important. That is so important and so beautiful what you are sharing. Because what I think that you are bringing here is very interesting. And yes, we talked about abundance and we talk about magic, and we ground us. Ground us sounds like, yeah, but the grounding is what I mean. And now someone watching this can reach out to you. For sure, you are going to give me some ways of that, some links. You can, because there is a lot of potential.
Yeah.
There is a lot of potential in, again, if you are not successful, it's not because you don't know how to download your perfect offer. Find someone else offer and it's working.
Yeah.
It's choice.
Yeah. There are hundreds of coaches and healers and light workers and visionaries and hearts and entrepreneurs that align with this, because I don't know any coach, at least for me in my experience, that has just one thing that they're doing. They are, especially
you know one. Yes, you do know one. You know me, but
okay, for you, yes,
yes. But these But
where you're not having to wear all the hats and working hard and trading time for money too, right? So it's like, going back to that question I asked earlier, is what you're creating and your income being able to pay you for the rest of your life, or when you stop working, will you not get paid anymore?
That is an interesting question. And at this moment, I will say, if I stop working, I will not have income. Right. So 100%. And it's very interesting what you brought to the table. And I love this, like I said to you before, these buffets of options, of flavors that we are bringing on this, because this is what I want the dragons to be. It's not like what works for me, then it needs to work for you. Yeah. It's not like what the hell is being a coach. Everyone looks like, oh, high ticket coach, and then I go to learn how to be a high ticket, and I'm going to be a business coach, and blah, 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 blah. But if you don't have that, I always tell, build the muscle. I always like coaching here. I'll go, if you want to sell an offer, you need to build a certain muscle. But imagine that you don't need to do all of that. And you are not crazy as me and many, but you're not crazy as me, and you can just start making money and doing better in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Why you need to complicate your life? And yes, and even if you want to complicate your life, why you don't need to have more than one stream of income? Why?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Why I love when someone that I love in my life likes to ask, do you want to do this or do you want to do that? Or do you want to eat this or do you want to eat that? And I will say, why I need to choose?
Right.
Why do I need to choose? Like, I want both things.
Yeah.
I want the chocolate cake and I want the ice cream. And to be honest, I'm not into the chocolate cake and the ice cream, whatever. I want
both. Right.
I want to go to New York and I want to go to Paris, whatever.
Yeah.
Why I need to choose?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to piggyback on that because in 2016, for all of my life, I thought I was going to be an actress. That's all I focused on. I just didn't believe in myself enough. In 2016, I heard the concept of getting paid to be you. And I was like, oh, I can be paid just for me using all of my gifts. I don't have to just choose one gift to share with the world. I can choose all of me and just get paid to be me. So yes. And that's what I love about this too. It's not really like, yes, the water is amazing, but what we're doing here is sharing ourselves.
Yeah.
We're really selling ourselves.
We actually didn't even get to that part, because with this, within the community that we're a part of, there's two different things with the automation piece, which I'll be sharing a little bit later. So V's going to actually go into, I'll share that in a minute, but there is an automation piece where if you're not wanting to sell the water, you don't have to sell the water. Like, this is the beautiful piece when you're talking about being online and online digital, nomad. This is the piece where we have an educational platform that teaches you how to build a personal brand. So they have mentors and experts in the field, in the industry, that are up to date, constantly updating the information and courses and programs on how to build a personal brand, how to get your message out there, how to be vulnerable. When I was doing before, I was like, oh, I couldn't be vulnerable. I couldn't share that about, I was like, what?
The championship of being vulnerable. It's very interesting because I don't know if I have an issue on this. Someone was asking, so now in January, I'm going to host something cool named Success. No More Excuses. It's kind of Unleash Your Success for 2024. And it's going to be like a hybrid, I don't know, I'm still downloading, but hybrid between challenge, masterclasses and learning and community, and summit. So it gets lots of flavors here. And it's so interesting how things can come together and can be I like to be vulnerable. And one of the things they asked me for that summit is it's like, oh, I have this confidence of talking, and I love to talk with people. And that is I'm good in this because I love to hold space, and I enjoy this a lot. You can see it.
Yeah.
And so someone was asking me, how can you coach? Can you teach us how to be good, really well on your own skin? And I was like, God damn it, I don't know how to put that on words. Like how you coach something, then you do like you are. And I realized in point one is I don't really care a lot with what people think about me. And
Yes.
except people that I love. My dragon, and yes, I care. But it's not the end of the world, and it always comes from your own vision of myself, and is what I see is different. So that is one. And then another one is being vulnerable release. I told this story a few times on this summit. When I was really famous in Portugal 20 years ago, at the same time I had loads of debt. So I became famous and I had loads of debt. And I was being blackmailed. Oh, I go to the press and I'm going to tell, then you have debts. And for some weird reason, I had the idea to tell to the press, then I had debts. And that took the power away. So I learned in vulnerability, like when you have a dark secret, when you have something that makes you ashamed or embarrassed, when you have something like that and you are scared and people, you don't want to be on social media because you are scared and be pointed out of something. Just come out and tell you're something.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's when you must do it.
And then
you get to choose.
For sure, many people will, oh, I don't want anything, but that is not your people. So vulnerability is great to put away people who you don't want to work with, and they don't want to work with you, and bring in the people who say, oh, God damn it. If she's going through all that pain and she's suffering all of this, and we could go there, and she's going through all this unstable whatever, and she keeps doing this, and she's hosting and she's creating it. Oh, if she can do it, I can do it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
We like to say
it's being relatable.
Yeah, and we like to say your mess is your message.
Yeah, absolutely. In our conscious community, our mess is our message. And that's what allowed me to release all that and just be my authentic self. And that's kind of like our motto is like, one of the mottos, like get paid to be me. That what V was talking about, being able to get paid. Our motto is the more fun you have, the more money you make.
I have a topping, then I do the more fun you have, the more money you make. More fun.
I love that.
It's the more fun. Each time someone comes to the circle, or to design your own reality, comes to the circle and say, I want more abundance, the more fun I have. If you are selling and your business like cringe, like you are not being so abundant this month or this week, are you having fun? Because if you are not having fun, drop everything, close your computer, forget it. The money will come. The clients will come from the weird places ever.
Yes. And so just really quick, and I'm going to have V take over. I just wanted to share a couple more statistics about why we also partner with the Magic. We're talking about the attraction marketing. So the thing is, like, you can either choose to be talking about the water, or you just choose about your authenticity, about who you are and your message. And the other thing reason why we aligned with the Magic and the Kangen water is because even though there's 3 million, I'm going to share a couple of statistics here. There's 3 million machines that have sold worldwide so far, but only 1 to 3%. It's 1 to 3% market saturation, because it was belly to belly before, and now we've transitioned online. Now we have platforms that actually are like, okay, well, how can we reach the masses, the global masses, for this product that is really healing people, not only healing ourselves, but healing the planet. And healing our relationship with money. So it's like a triple bottom line for me, is it's good for people, it's good for our bank account, and it's good for the planet. And so that's when I really started looking at this, going, okay, what I was talking about earlier is like, shift my lens and see what else is out here and what's possible for us. And another thing is it's produced $1 billion in sales in 2022. And in 2020, when the world was going, I like to call it the global awakening. When we were going through the global awakening and businesses were shutting down and people were, everything was closing down, our business went 17% growth.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what I just wanted to share about the second pillar I know we got 2 more pillars to go through. How much time do we have?
Well,
We're already an hour and a half.
We are in 1 hour and a half, but keep going.
I wasn't even sure how much time we got with each other. So I'm going to pass it on to V, where she's going to share a little bit more about the sustainability and what this product can do in your home and the planet. Take it away, V.
I know we're looking at time, so I'm going to be quick, but I feel this is so important. She talked about being eco-friendly and she learning in that. And because of that, I've been more mindful of what I put in my body and on my body, because skin is our largest organ. So whatever, like tap water, it's got so many chemicals and chlorine, and that gets seeped into our body, whether taking a shower, and like filtered water is dead water. So all this is dead, whereas we have conscious living water. And, where being green is more than just being eco, it's a commitment to a sustainable life. And everybody's buying bottled waters. And it breaks my heart because, one, it takes an average of 450 years for a bottle to decompose. Sometimes it takes 1,000. And there's about 60 million plastic bottles that end up in landfill. That's not even to mention all there's 9 million metric tons of plastic that end up in the ocean. So you're got all this bottled water that is in warehouses. You don't know how long it's been sitting there. And so you've got plastic leaching into those bottles of water that we drink, or not us anymore, that most people drink. So they're drinking not only, they add chemicals to the water, so they're drinking chemicals, plastic is leaching, so the water not only is dead, but they're drinking things that are not sustainable to our bodies. And with this, we have, like I said, goes conscious living water that goes straight to our cells. And then there's pesticides. There's pesticides in all the fruits and everything. And in one fruit, you can ingest 30 different pesticides or herbicides. And pesticides are oil-based, so when it rains, it doesn't wash off. And when you're washing it in tap water, you're adding more chemicals to it. But we have a machine, with our machine, we have a water pH that can separate that. So it separates the pesticides from our fruit, our veggies, and even meat, if you eat meat. And then we have what about the cleaning supplies? There's so many toxins. There's 84,000 chemicals in our cleaning supplies. Yet we have a level that, not a product because it's one product. We have a level that cleans better than bleach, but no chemicals. And because it produces hypochloric acid, and that, like I said, is disinfects and cleans better than bleach. Plus, what about the beauty and skincare? Like I said, our skin is our biggest organ, and all these chemicals, since I've been going clean and green, more eco-friendly, I can smell chemicals in certain, I've always been really sensitive to perfumes, but I can shampoos. I'm oh, I don't like this. Even if it says, oh yeah, there's a shampoo that had tea tree oil, but I could still smell the chemicals. I couldn't use it, So it's just, there are levels that can help with all this. That's why we say it's not only good for our health and our pets' health. It's also good for our pets' health. It's also good
And
for our home.
plants.
And excuse me?
I said plants. People that
Oh,
actually
yes, plants. Mama
farmers
Gaia.
use it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People that
And
seasoned
Mama
tea
Gaia, it's good
growers.
for Mama Gaia. So
Yeah. It's interesting, like all the things that I've shifted and changed now that I don't. I mean, I was using water and vinegar because for the longest time when actually my son's gonna be 15 soon, so about 15 years I've been very eco-friendly and like looking at labels, looking at things, and so I would just wash with water and vinegar, but it smells nasty. I felt good about cleaning, but it smelled gross. And so with this now, it's like I just use the 2.5 pH level and it doesn't smell like anything, but it cleans everything. It's like it's antibacterial, it's antifungal. It's like whenever, and even when I get a sore throat, like a tickle my sore throat, I gargle with it. The next day I'm good. So it's been great for whenever I'm about to get sick. I just gargle with that. And like with the deodorant, you want to share a little bit about the deodorant that you created?
I found that with deodorant, the natural deodorants I couldn't use. I'd get rashes. And I decided, oh, I'm just going to try the 2.5 level and put some essential oil. So I do that. There's 2 essential oils I put in, and then I just spray, and then those salt deodorants.
Of course.
So that by itself I can't use either, but together I've been able to use. So there's like I said, there's over 100 uses, and so it's an investment, but you're saving so much money because of all the uses.
Yeah.
I just love to.
But
it lasts for about the oldest.
Yeah, an
The oldest
investment.
one is 30 years old. The oldest Kangen machine out there is 30 years old. So if you're thinking about 30 years of using this machine, ionizer machine, that's also replacing all your cleaning products, replacing the water bottled waters that are just going to landfill, and even with the filtered water, people are like, oh, I got my reverse osmosis, which really just depletes all the minerals out of it. They takes all the minerals out of it, so it's like it's really dead water. So
All of it's dead water.
Yeah.
And wait,
unless
one
you're
thing,
actually going to a living spring, go to a spring well. But how many people really have access to a spring well? Right?
I bring it everywhere. And that's the beauty of it too, is when we get on a plane, everybody else has to dump their water. I say it's medical grade water. They test it and they let me through.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm listening to you all, and I'm listening to you, and people who listen to this must have so much curiosity about it. And I don't want us to unlock all the info. I will ask you all the info in private. But I think there is certain things as what you are bringing to us that really make sense, especially on this spiritual, like high level, or working on that conscience people. And okay, now we have an amazing product who pays amazing to work with them or to just be you. What people with dragons excited here who are listening to you, what they need to do, and maybe they want to buy the machine, and that is something else. I don't know, I'm just popping up things here. Maybe they want to work with you and ask for your guidance, help. I don't know how that's the process. But what needs to be done? What is next?
The next step, the next step was so I mean, the last pillar was the automation. And so that's the piece that I love about it. So we have a plug and play system that does everything for us. So that's the piece where it's like, we're not having to trade time for money, wearing all the hats, because there's a platform that does everything. So I mean, that we have actually 2 platforms, that we can actually plug into, but the one that we actually wanted to share which we can actually, with the QR code, that can bring them into the discovery process to really see what is here and be able to see how people are being able to create even ads with YouTube and Google, but they don't have to build a brand. If you're not wanting to build a brand, you don't have to here. You can build a brand. This is the beauty of this freedom business model, because it gives you the freedom to do the business the way you like, the way that you choose. You can, affiliate with something where you're building a personal brand. Or if you don't want to build a personal brand, you just want to focus on your own business, then they've got another platform that you can do that. And so how they can reach us, we're going to be giving the QR code, but there's actually a bonus 30-day mentorship for people that are in massive momentum, that are really going, oh my gosh, I'm listening to this. This feels like a full-bodied yes. I'm wanting to learn more about how to join, or either buy the product or actually just join this freedom business model. There's a 30-day mentorship that we're going to be doing. We're actually doing a 2-day launch. We're doing a masterclass tomorrow. So anybody that wants to join us, we're doing a masterclass tomorrow on Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Time. And then we also have a mentorship that we're doing to start off in January, to start the new year. So we're doing a 2-day launch.
Actually, it starts in December.
It does.
A couple weeks in December.
Yeah.
And then in January, also in January.
Yes. We have 2 launches, actually. We're doing 2 launches. So there's, we're doing it all because this is the high class
problem. It's a high class.
Yeah, I know, right? And this is the beauty, is like you get to like piggyback on things that we're already creating. This is the beauty of this conscious community, because there's already things in place for others, so you don't have to do it alone, or you don't even have to do anything. You just plug into the system. So that's the things that are coming up next.
I have so many questions, but I love that. I love to have so many questions, because if I have so many questions, I know people watching this have so many questions. And as well, it's opening what else is possible, right?
Yes.
And if I'm very curious. Thank you so much for being here. We have an amazing adventure for the next full, how do you say, full turn around the sun's full round, that's it.
Yeah.
Next year and this year still. Thank you for doing things differently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for
your
having us.
platform and for listening to your heart and your soul and creating this. We're co-creating this together.
Co-creation is key.
Yes.
It's not about us creating anything for anyone. It's about co-creation. If there is one word, then I define my mission is co-creation.
Yes.
Love that.
Co-creation is the power of everything. And even if we are isolated because we don't live in tribes anymore, you need, or you should have, a community to co-create with.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So
Community
100%.
is so important.
100%.
Yeah.
One last word, Vivi, one word for this session. Bring on.
Well, my word is always magic.
Magic. Okay.
And magic.
I love that. I'm going to start using that.
I don't understand how you did not realize that, it's okay. I love it, and it was me. So forever and ever and ever, each time you say magic,
yes.
you think about me.
We will think of you.
Absolutely.
That's perfect. Now, Tanji.
My word?
Yes.
It's freedom.
Yes.
My word is, I can do my word. My word is choice. You choose, or like a full phrase. Yes. I'm the one, yes. It is your own decision.
Yes.
It's your own decision. In the day of my accident, I was really frustrated. And there I received a message from God knows where. God, universe, don't even, let's not go there because this summit did like cross my brain. What are you waiting? I'm going to look to you in the eyes, to you who are there watching this until the end. That means that you are interested. What are you waiting for? What is the worst thing can happen to hop in a call with these beautiful souls? Don't
Thank
complain.
you so much.
If you don't do it, don't complain. Do not complain it. Okay. Thank you so
What
much.
Tangi likes to say, what
Oh.
Tangi likes to say,
Is
go
you
ahead,
don't know-
say it.
You don't know what you don't know until
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Y'all have an amazing, magical day, night, whatever time. We love you.
I'm going to say bye to these people and bye to you properly in 1 second. Thank you so much for being here. This was Cash, Abundance, Prosperity, the Success Summit. I promise next one you have a different name. I love you all. It was a pleasure. It was beautiful. Probably one of the most beautiful things I did in my life. And I did cool stuff in my life. Thank you for being there. And thank you for expanding with us. What else is possible? I will see you. Keep living your dream and make it happen. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.